In today's video, we're going to be unboxing a fake LEGO Minecraft set that I got off Aliexpress and comparing it to some real LEGO Minecraft sets, and if it does not live up to the quality standards, we are going to be destroying it at the end of the video. So let's get to it. Now remember to like and subscribe. Now this set was delivered to me with no box. It just had a plastic bag filled with all of the numbered pieces bags. There was 11 included and one instruction manual. So let's get to building. Now this was possibly the most insufferable building experience I've ever had. The instructions have 132 steps on only 38 pages. That means that there's 3.5 steps on each page, and it was super hard to see the pictures, and that made me constantly miss steps. Now it didn't help that all the numbered bags had different and wrong pieces. I would continuously have extra pieces in each of the bags, making it super hard to keep track of if I was doing the right steps or not. But possibly the worst portion of the build experience was the fact that some of the pieces weren't properly formed, so it made it super hard to connect some certain pieces. The Technic portion of this set was insanely difficult to get behind. I literally had to shave down one of the screws so that it could actually fit into the Technic piece. Overall, I would give the building experience a 3 out of 10. This was terrible. After that terrible building experience, we are left with a set that actually looks pretty good. Just at first glance, this is indistinguishable from a regular LEGO set. It's only when you really take a look at those finite details inside the plates and the blocks and a little bit of the feel of the plastic that you can actually tell the difference. If you take a closer look at the pieces, you can see the little indents from the machines that made this plastic, as well as some cut off parts if you take a look at the side of the blocks. Now this is some quality control stuff that LEGO is a lot better at handling. Not to mention that some of the pieces look dirty, scratched, and even had some weird looking substances on it that were definitely from a factory. If you're willing to look past those little things about the plastic and a little bit of the quality control with the shipping, this set actually isn't that bad. It looks practically exactly the same as what we saw in the original Deep Dark Battle set. It has all the play features that are actually working, and the prints on the figures and on the little small details are actually kind of good. Something that I was really expecting with this set was to be either missing a bunch of pieces or to just have the completely wrong set, because I saw that in a couple of the reviews. But I have to say that absolutely nothing was missing from this set. It included all of the pieces and even some extra pieces. Objectively speaking, this set was able to really recreate what LEGO made and actually made it look almost one-to-one. So for aesthetics, overall, I would have to give this a 7.5 out of 10. Looking at the two minifigures that are included in this set, we can see that just by the first glance of them, they don't look too bad. But the closer you look at the small details, the molding lines, and even the prints, you can tell there's a serious quality difference between this and official LEGO. If we take a look at the official LEGO Cactus Knight, this looks way better than what this set was able to provide. The shield on the Cactus Knight, the printing looks phenomenally better. The printing is so much more crisp and has all those fine details and multiple layers of ink that actually make it look so much better. With this, you can see a lot of bubbling and a lot of discoloration. And if you take a look at the backside of the arms, there's even some weird looking molding issues with it. It almost looks like one of them is cracking off on my green figure. And if you're wondering why there's a plate under this thing, I'll tell you in 1 second. The minifigures, they came completely disassembled. The legs were off from the torso, the hands were outside of the arms were offside of the torso. It was completely stripped from all the pieces, not how LEGO would usually provide their minifigures in. So when I was putting it together, I noticed that one of the legs was a little bit tight. So I tried to loosen it up, move it around a little bit, and I ended up ripping off the entire leg. It was so easy to rip this thing off. I put no force into it. Clean off. This leg is now irreplaceable. There's nothing that I can really do to fix that. Taking off their torsos, you can also see that they use a different mold for the legs. And also the inside of the body is a lot more hollow and significantly less solid. Even playing around with these figures, you can feel that the plastic isn't as strong. You can feel that squeaky, cheap feeling. I would say the only thing that's actually a little bit better about these figures is that the tools feel practically exactly the same, and the netherite armor that this guy came with is actually usable with other real LEGO minifigures and looks practically exactly the same. Now the Warden makes up for those two crappy minifigures. This thing is actually pretty solid, and the joints are actually quite good. Just moving this guy around, it actually feels quite nice. You can get him into some nice poses, the joints are tight, and the build is obviously solid. I would say the only thing that doesn't look super great, if you take a closer look at the printed pieces, they look a little bit scratched, and I've been playing around with it a little bit, and it looks like it's starting to come off a little bit. It is accurate to what we got in the official LEGO set, but the quality is definitely not as bad. But if you do just need a Warden for your collection, you're going to put this in the background, this may not be that bad of an option. Overall, the minifigures for this set will be getting an average 5.5 out of 10. Overall, I would say that this set actually isn't that bad. If you just want to get a really cheap LEGO Minecraft set to put in the background because you need a Warden, this isn't the worst option. The set is actually quite playable once you get it together. It's just building it that sucks because it's terribly designed. But it's not that bad, so I guess we have no real reason to destroy. Now I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching, and if you want to watch a real LEGO review, just click up here. And if you want to watch a custom LEGO Minecraft movie set, click the one over here. Now AJ Bricks out.